If you're holding 2,486 Aster right now, you're probably wondering what that stack could be worth by 2026. Could it turn into a fortune or just a decent return? Today, we're going to dive into exactly that. We'll look at Aster's price today, its market cap, the technology behind it, what makes it unique, and of course, we'll run the math on how much your 2,486 Aster might be worth in different scenarios by 2026. But before we continue with the video, if you're looking for a reliable place to trade crypto, I recommend BTCCC. They've been trusted by millions for over 14 years, and right now you can grab a 10% deposit bonus on your first deposit over 500 USDT, plus unlock secret community rewards and extra bonuses of up to $10,055 per user. On BTCC, you can trade 300 plus crypto futures with up to 500x leverage and even access tokenized stocks and Forex, all with no VPN or KYC required. Use the link in the description to sign up, claim your bonus, and start trading today. So, let's get into Aster. At the time of recording, Aster is trading at around $2.23, with a market cap of roughly $3.7 billion. That makes it a mid-cap cryptocurrency, not a microgem, but not a mega cap like the top dogs either. Your bag of 2,486 Aster is currently worth about $5,545, which is already a pretty decent position for a retail investor. But where things get interesting is in what Aster is building and why it might be positioned for growth. Aster is the native token behind AsterDex, which is being branded as a next-generation decentralized exchange. What makes it stand out is its goal of merging the best features of centralized exchanges, like deep liquidity, fast execution, and leverage, with the advantages of decentralized finance, such as self-custody and permissionless access. In practice, that means traders can use a decentralized exchange that doesn't feel clunky or slow, but instead offers advanced tools like perpetual trading, cross-chain support, and even hidden orders where the size and direction of trades can be concealed until execution. That kind of functionality isn't common in DeFi yet. Most decentralized exchanges still struggle with order book depth, slippage, and performance issues. Aster is trying to solve those pain points by creating a DEX that feels just as smooth as a centralized exchange, but without the custodial risks. And that vision alone is a strong narrative in today's crypto market. After collapses of centralized players in the past, more and more traders are looking for alternatives where they actually control their assets. If Aster delivers on its promises, the demand could be significant. Another strength of AsterDex is its multi-chain design. Instead of being stuck on one network, Aster supports trading across multiple blockchains, including Ethereum, Solana, Binance Smart Chain, and Arbitrum. This cross-chain support means traders aren't boxed into one ecosystem. They can move capital fluidly across chains, all through one platform. That's a big deal because the future of crypto looks multi-chain, not dominated by just one network. So what drives demand for Aster the token? Several things. It's used for governance, so holders have a say in how the platform evolves. It's tied to trading fees, meaning activity on the DEX creates value for the token. It can also be staked, used as collateral, and integrated into yield strategies. In other words, the token isn't just sitting idle. It has a central role in the ecosystem, which strengthens its fundamentals compared to many other coins with weak use cases. Of course, no project is risk-free. Aster faces competition from other exchanges like DYDX, GMX, and other perp-focused DEX. There's also the challenge of token unlocks, where more supply enters the market over time, which can put downward pressure on the price. And as with any derivatives-focused platform, regulation is a looming risk. Authorities worldwide are paying closer attention to leverage and derivative products, so Aster will have to navigate that carefully to keep growing. Now let's get back to your bag. At today's price of $2.23, your 2,486 Aster is worth around $5,545. That's your baseline. But what happens if Aster grows from here? Let's break it down into three scenarios. First, the conservative case. If Aster simply grows steadily, gets more adoption, and strengthens its position, it could reasonably double by 2026. That would put the price at around $4.50 per coin. With that price, the market cap would be around $7 to $8 billion, depending on circulating supply. At $4.50, your 2,486 Aster would be worth about $11,187. That's not life-changing, but it's a very solid return on investment. Next, Let's look at the bullish case. If AsterDex really gains traction, pulls in significant trading volume, and positions itself as one of the leading decentralized exchanges, Aster could reach $10 by 2026. That would give it a market cap of around $16.5 billion. At $10 per coin, your bag of 2,486 Aster would be worth $24,860. That's more than a 4x from where you are today. Finally, let's consider the moonshot. If Aster truly delivers on its ambitions and becomes a go-to platform for derivatives and cross-chain DeFi trading, it could climb even higher. In a scenario where Aster reaches $20, its market cap would be over $33 billion, putting it among the top DeFi tokens globally. At that price, your 2,486 Aster would be worth $49,720. That would be a massive return, nearly 10x your current investment. Now, is $20 realistic by 2026? That depends. Aster would need to capture significant market share, expand aggressively across chains, and attract not just retail traders, but also big liquidity providers and even institutional players. It's a high bar, but in crypto, we've seen ambitious projects achieve massive growth in a short amount of time when the narrative and demand align. Let's talk catalysts. For Aster to reach those higher price levels, several things need to go right. User adoption has to keep growing, with more traders moving over to AsterDex. Liquidity needs to deepen so that big trades can be executed without major slippage. The team will need to continue innovating, especially with features like hidden orders and yield-bearing collateral, which could make Aster stand out from its competition. Incentives like staking rewards, airdrops, and community programs will also be key in building loyalty and keeping users active on the platform. On the flip side, risks could derail growth. Large token unlocks could put too much selling pressure on the market. If supply is too concentrated in a few wallets, big holders could have outsized influence on price movements. And of course, competition is fierce. Projects like DYDX and GMX already have strong brand recognition and active communities, so Aster needs to prove it can carve out a unique niche. Regulation could also slow things down, especially since leveraged trading is one of the areas regulators are most concerned about in crypto. But if Aster navigates these challenges successfully, the upside is clear. The decentralized derivatives market is still young. Most trading still happens on centralized platforms, and that means there's a huge opportunity for projects like AsterDex to capture users who want security and self-custody, but don't want to sacrifice performance. If Aster delivers that, its token could see significant demand. Let's put this into perspective. Right now, your 2,486 Aster is worth about $5,545. In a conservative case, you could be looking at $11,000 by 2026. In a bullish case, around $25,000. And in a true moonshot, nearly $50,000. That's the range of possibilities based on how the project develops and how the broader crypto market moves over the next couple of years. The key thing to remember is that Aster doesn't need to reach the very top of crypto to deliver strong returns. Even moderate growth, supported by adoption and innovation, could double or triple your investment. But if it does manage to achieve breakout success, the potential gains are much larger. So, if you're holding 2,486 Aster today, you're in a position with real upside. The project has strong fundamentals, an ambitious roadmap, and a clear vision of what it wants to achieve. It also faces challenges, and it's not guaranteed to beat out the competition. But that's the nature of crypto investing. With higher risk comes the potential for higher reward. By 2026, Aster could be a household name in DeFi, or it could struggle to stand out. The difference will come down to adoption, execution, and timing. For now, what we can say is this. Your 2,486 Aster has the potential to be worth far more than it is today if the project continues on its current trajectory. So what do you think? Will Aster settle around $4.50, make the leap to $10, or even shoot for $20 by 2026? Let me know your prediction in the comments below.